All right, there. Hats. Let's see. Permits required. Steep inclines, cables, ladders, steep cliffs. Experienced hikers only. Yikes. The Balteus is the best, most comfortable, and safest way to conceal carry in sweatpants and gym shorts. In this series, we're going to put the Balteus to the test and see if we can break the Balteus. Hey everyone, it's Jordan from Casually Tactical here today, and I am on my way to go hiking. I promised you guys I would do a series pushing the Balteus to the limits, and I found a trail that's going to do just that. It's called the Grandfather Trail in Grandfather Mountain State Park in North Carolina. I'll throw some pictures up there for you guys to look at, but it is a very strenuous hike, and as you can see, there's some vertical climbs and ladder climbs, so it's no joke. So stay tuned and see if this trail is going to break the Balteus or if it's going to break me. Okay, so I'm a little bit over an hour into my drive to the hiking trail, and it's 2.5 hour drive, and one thing that I feel like is overlooked is how comfortable the Balteus is while driving. I know a lot of people, when they're in their cars and stuff, they'll take their concealed carry and they'll just throw it in the glove box at their center console. But you really do want to keep your concealed carry on your person, even when you're driving. Just because, number one, you don't want to forget it. And say you were to get into like a fender bender or, God forbid, like a road rage incident. If you get out of the car to maybe help somebody, or if you're just outside of your car and you're not expecting anything to happen and something does happen, you do want that, on you and not in your glove box. So the Balteus definitely passes the comfort check when it comes to long car rides. Okay, so I'm trying something new with this kind of vlog-ish style. This, if you didn't know, this is like a really small business. Like, it's just me. I'm developed the Balteus. I founded the company. I'm the shipping manager, janitor, as of right now, I am Casually Tactical. So, obviously the goal is for it to grow into a lot more than that. And thanks to you guys, it looks like that might be possible one day. But right now, I just kind of feel like it would be nice to kind of connect with you guys, show you guys who I am. And I also feel like you guys seeing what it's like wearing the Balteus on a day-to-day basis, or maybe even in something more extreme. Like I said, this video is about pushing the Balteus to the limits, and you might better get a better sense of what the company is, and get a better sense of some of the applications and what you can use the Balteus for. So just let me know if this is something you guys want to see more of, or if this is if this is a bust. Alright, I don't know how you can hear me, but I'm already at the trail, and look at this. I haven't even started hiking yet. But alright, I'm going to start this hike. It's supposed to be really hard, so we'll see what we can do. Alright, there it is. Let's do this. Alright guys, I'm literally like a quarter mile into this, and I'm already tired. Like, this is no joke. I had to fill out a waiver and everything just to do this. But this is all about pushing the Balteus to its limits, so we'll see what we can do. I also want to point out that these are the worst shoes possible for this. Like, look at that. Alright, about a mile in, the Balteus holding up, no problem. Actually, a lot more comfortable than I thought it would be for this. But what is this? I know I said it 100 times. I don't even know if you can hear me right now. It's so windy, but I really think I'm going to break before the Balteus does. I have a bad knee, a bad ankle. This isn't good. I am too old for this. I'm 24. Alright guys, I'm going to do a little voiceover here. There was a lot that I didn't film, just because when I was passing people, I didn't really want to film around them just for the sake of their privacy. And also, I don't love talking to the camera around people. So this is kind of what you're getting instead. But you can kind of see the difficulty of the hike. You can see the ladders and how steep that is. But here's some GoPro footage. I'm going to go ahead and speed that up just because of how long it took. I didn't get the best angles because it was mounted to my chest, but you can kind of see what I'm working with. But I took right around 4 hours on this hike, which for a 5-mile hike, that's pretty slow. But it's also just due to the difficulty of the hike. Like, I'm pretty good and pretty fast when it comes to hiking. I think I'd say this later on in the video, but I'm used to 10, 12, 15-mile hikes. And I can get it done relatively quickly. But just the way you have to walk on this one, you can see this climb is kind of crazy for a hiking trail. But the terrain and what you have to go through, and even just stopping to look at views like that. Like, I just kind of breeze over this one. I mean, I'm looking at it, but this is just one of the dozens of views like that there are on this trail. If you are in the North Carolina mountains, or even anywhere near them, like I drove 2 hours to get here. But it really is a stunning trail, especially if you're someone who doesn't mind something a little bit more strenuous. And it is kind of dangerous, like in some parts. Like if you were to fall there, I really don't know how that would get you out. And so that's another reason it took so long. It's just because of how sure of your footing you have to be. But this is the first big summit. It's about halfway through, and you can see it is absolutely beautiful. All right, we're getting deeper into it. I think I have a little bit more than a mile left, but this is a hard hike, guys. Or at least that's what I thought. And then I passed these two 65-year-old ladies. So kind of humbled me a little bit, but look at this behind me. But anyway, I thought I was going to get to talk to you guys more, but I'm really just focused on making it up, having to be really sure of my footing and all that. But it does kind of suck that this is my first time kind of almost vlogging, but just like a video where I can talk to you guys. And I'm super out of breath, and I'm dying, and my hair's crazy, but we're doing the best we can. All right, getting pretty deep into this thing. Just want to let you guys know that Balteus holding up just fine. Not that there was any question or anything, but just let you guys should know. If I were a bear, I would live here. Sick. All right, I made it to the summit, so just a matter of getting back now. The Balteus held up just fine, of course, but now all that climbing up I did, now I have to climb back down. So probably not gonna film much of that or talk much through that, but I will see you guys at the bottom. All right, we made it all the way down, and we did have a breakage. Something did break. It was my shoes. Look, you can see the little piggy that went to the market poking out there. But yeah, the Balteus held up fine. Literally not a thing wrong with the Balteus. All right, guys, I just made it home from the hike. The Balteus held up flawlessly through the hike, the drive there, the drive back. Both stops for food. Everything was perfect. I was actually kind of surprised at how well it did. It was super comfortable. I was uncomfortable the whole time. I was cramping up, my knees were giving out, my ankles, but the Balteus held up. Like I said, I was pleasantly surprised with how it worked. There was no shifting around. The clips held in place like they were supposed to, and even I have a holster from Klecker Tactical, and it wasn't pinching. There were no corners digging into me the whole time. So that was honestly a pleasant experience. You'll never, like, I know some people, they'll have their holsters and they'll act like, you know, you don't even notice you're carrying. You always notice you're carrying. I mean, you'll forget about it sometimes when you're doing stuff, but I mean, you still have, you know, an inch to an inch and a half of, you know, a 2-pound gun digging into you at all times. Like, it's not something that you don't notice, but it doesn't have to be something that's uncomfortable. It's all about having the right setup, the right holster, the right gun for your size, and just carrying it around, figuring out what setup works the best for you, and even the position. Like right now, do I have it set up? I have it in the appendix, and I kind of have it set up between like my hip bone, a little bit off center, so that way it's not digging into my hips, but it's also not digging into the front of me. So it's just like a kind of a little pocket there, and that works best for me. I'm left-handed, so I have it on the 11 o'clock. That's not going to work the best for some people. But the most important part of concealed carry, you aren't limited to anything that you want to do. You can hike the hardest hike in North Carolina. That's what I just did. According to a bunch of people I've talked to and my own experience, I've hiked 12, 15, 18 milers that were not as hard as that little 5-mile down and back hike. So yeah, I mean, the whole purpose of this video was to test if I could break the Balteus with this hike, and I broke a shoe, but the Balteus held up flawlessly. So that was my first iteration of trying to break the Balteus. If any of you guys have any ideas, let me know down in the comments, or post your own torture test with the Balteus. There's some things I'm not gonna run a marathon. There's a lot of CrossFit workouts that you guys do. I'm not doing it. I'm a bodybuilder, a powerlifter. I'll do some stuff. I'm not doing Murph with a gun on me. I really don't want to do Murph. I might do Murph. Memorial Day, I might do Murph with this. But yeah, post your own videos. Let me know what you want me to do. And if I'm willing to do it, I'll do it in the Balteus.